Greetings and thank you for joining me for another episode of Dr. E Speaks. I am Dr. E Speaks and I am so excited to take you on this journey where you can sip, savor, and elevate your minds. This is our Q&A edition. And so without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. So the first question that I have is this. What's the best way to let go of past regrets and embrace the present? Okay, what's the best way to let go of past regrets and embrace the present? So let me start by saying this. One of the things that's difficult for a lot of us to do sometimes is look back at our past, right? To be able to reflect and bring that back to the surface because we just want to suppress it. We want to be done with it, especially if it's something that hurt us, something that we're still having residual energy connected to, something that is still alive and breathing. So maybe it was someone that harmed us. So remember, harm in our lives and in our historical past can come from a person, place, or thing. So it can come from an individual that has harmed us, and come from a situation or an experience or a place that, triggers us or causes us or reminds us of a trauma. But one of the key concepts that I think we often forget to think about is the fact that we are reflecting. We're reflecting. If I reflect on something, that means that I'm looking back. If I'm looking back behind me, that means it's in my past. That's the fucking point, is that it's in your past, which means that not only is it not your present, hello somebody, not only is it not your present, but you actually fucking worked through it to get to where you are now. Which also means that there are some lessons and some things that you've learned and picked up about survival, about resiliency, about strength, about boundaries to even help you get to the point right now. You wouldn't be capable or able to even identify that you had an issue right now if you hadn't worked through it in the past. The problem is that you're still holding on to that emotional piece because you haven't acknowledged that you've either A, done the work, or you're still feeling guilty for not doing enough of the work. Okay? So anytime we can look back at something, we should be able to pull the knowledge, the excitement, and the motivation that there are things that I learned from that experience. But if we're not using those tools that we've learned, if we're not identifying those red flags, if we're not acknowledging those boundaries, then we're bound to repeat the same shit, right? Over and over and over again. So the best way to let go of past regrets and embrace the present is to acknowledge the past, to accept the impact, and to put the lessons in place that you learned from that. And sometimes that lesson is stop fooling with them. Sometimes that lesson is stop investing here, whether it's your time, your energy, your mental set, whatever. So we've got to do a better job at recognizing and acknowledging the lessons that we have learned and being able to be honest with ourselves that there are some changes that not only need to happen externally in order for us to move forward, but also internally too. Okay? And if you need more help on that, you need to make an appointment with your girl and I got you covered. All right. What's the next one? Okay. Question number 2. How can I tell if a relationship is truly healthy or just comfortable? Ooh, that's a good one. How can I tell if a relationship is truly healthy or just comfortable? So this is a very loaded question because I think we all have different definitions of healthy and different definitions of, what comfort is in a relationship. And some people, let's just keep it a buck, want to be comfortable in their relationships. But I think what we're talking about here is that comfort in the absence of growth. Okay? Comfort in the absence of growth. In any type of dynamic relationship between you and another person, whether it's a parent-child, coworker to coworker, subordinate, supervisor, relationship, no matter what that is, there is going to be or should be a level of comfortability that you have in that dynamic, but that comfort is added to growth. So I feel comfortable enough to confront you or to address this concern. I feel comfortable enough to express what it is that I'm feeling, reset my boundaries, or renegotiate the contract of how we're evolving. So if the comfort is in the absence of growth, then it's a problem. Then that's unhealthy. Because if you're not growing, then what are you doing? You're staying stagnant. And if you're stagnant, what that means is that either you are not bringing anything new and any flavor to the relationship or to the dynamic, but that person isn't bringing any flavor, anything new either. Now, if you don't want to grow and you don't want to be better than you were yesterday, and you're okay with your baseline, then no harm, no foul. But if you want to grow and you want to learn and explore and expand and live your best life to the fullest, whatever that fullest is, right? That growth and expansion doesn't have to be, us being astronauts. That growth and expansion doesn't even have to mean you have to take on a new, ideology where you learn a new thought process or you learn a new technique like cooking or baking. No, it can just be someone adding to your life, just reflection, just purpose, just motivation, joy. So if the relationship is truly healthy, there's going to be growth and forward movement between you and the person that you're with. Now, is that forward movement and growth going to be the same and equal at every turn? Absolutely not. It's not going to be. That's the ebb and flow of a relationship. That's the yin and yang. But with the growth comes challenges, which comes growth, which comes challenges, right? And so if your relationship is not challenging you in a good way, if it's not making you question things for growth and for advancement or for your own just self-knowledge or spiritual edification, then why are you there? So you've got to look at what you require, what you want, not need, because we're past neediness, right? What do you want in this dynamic? What do you require? What is necessary to feed you? And if you know that you're not being fed, nor are you feeling creative to create a recipe, then maybe we need to look at that dynamic of a healthy relationship or not. Okay. All right. Third question. What tips can you offer for avoiding burnout while trying to excel in my career? Okay. Tips for burnout when trying to excel. Take your damn breaks. That's all. Seriously, take your breaks. Take your vacation time. Do not answer the phone when you're on vacation. Do not check your emails. Put that email quote that says, I'm away from the office with no internet access. And I don't care if you're literally in your house on the internet on TikTok. That's your vacation. So I get that we get into the grind and the hustle of growth, right? And we're trying to expand ourselves and we want to ride the wave. But I'm going to tell y'all like this. If you ride the wave with a broken ass surfboard, you're going to drown. Y'all hear what I'm saying? So you want to make sure that you're riding the wave on something that is solidified. That solidification is you. Your mental set, your emotional set is you. So if you know that you're getting full, take a break. What's for you is going to be there for you, regardless. Trust me on that. Okay? You trying to make something happen that's not timely or not appropriate for you, or you're not ready, or there's things that you need to experience or grow or learn, and you try to make that happen, you're going to sabotage yourself and you're going to block your blessings and you're going to end up burning your bridges. So as you're growing and you want to take on new responsibilities, you also want to understand that in taking on the new, I've got to let go of some of the old. I have to trade things out. I can't keep piling on new expectations and then holding on to the old expectations. And none of that equals me having a fucking break or a breather or wrapping myself up in a blanket in fetal position and just staying there for about 24 hours because I need to. Okay? We have to have restorative moments. That is why you are able to excel in your career. That is why you are able to be successful and juggle all the different things that you're juggling every day, because you do take time for self. The reason why you can't catch up with your ideas, or it feels like your own motivation is running away from you, is because you're not in control of it. You're literally checking off boxes of someone else's script instead of taking their script, chopping and screwing it the way you need to, and then making it applicable for your success. So how do we avoid the burnout? We take a fucking break in order not to burn out. We take our hands and put that wick out on our own without somebody having to come and blow it out for us. Because we know as a professional, as a career person, that I have to have moments of restoration. And that means unplugging and disconnecting from all things that would normally drain and take power from me. And maybe that means disconnecting in entities, like I'll take a break from my kids, I'll take a break from my mate, I'll take a break from my parents, at different times. But it's all about that balance of taking those breaks. Okay? And that's how we continue to excel, because we restore. All right, guys, I hope you have enjoyed Wine and Wisdom today. Again, I am Dr. Carlia East, and I enjoy giving you these vibes. If you have some more questions, please submit them, like, share, and follow me. Be healthy and be safe, and I will see you guys in a couple of weeks. Take care. Bye.